Imagine a world hidden beneath the surface, a digital abyss where secrets thrive. Welcome to the dark web. The dark web, as ominous as it sounds, is an obscured part of the internet often shrouded in mystery and misconception. It's a place where anonymity is not only valued but is also the rule of the land. A place where the unseen, the unheard, and the untraceable come together. It's not your everyday internet, it's a different beast altogether. You see, the internet we know, the one we use for our daily online activities, is just the tip of the iceberg. The dark web, on the other hand, is like the vast hidden part of the iceberg submerged under the sea, away from the ordinary eyes. It's that part of the internet which is not accessible via traditional search engines. No Google, no Bing, no Yahoo can take you there. It's not indexed, it's not cataloged, it's not meant to be found easily. Often associated with illegal activities, the dark web has a reputation. It's the place where the unscrupulous thrive, where the illicit finds a market, where the forbidden takes refuge. But it's not just about the nefarious. It's also a haven for activists, whistleblowers, and journalists who need the cloak of anonymity to share sensitive information, to stand against the oppressive without the fear of retribution. In many ways, the dark web mirrors our society, reflecting the best and the worst of us. It's a testament to the dual nature of technology, a tool that can be used for creating or destroying, for enlightening or deceiving, for connecting or isolating. So as we embark on this journey into the shadows, remember this: the dark web, like any tool, is neutral. It's the users who determine its nature. It's the users who cast the shadows. So buckle up as we delve deeper into this mysterious digital underworld. To understand the dark web, we must first grasp the structure of the internet. Picture an iceberg. The tiny tip peeking above the water's surface, that's the surface web. It's the space where your favorite blogs live, where you check your emails, stream music, watch cute cat videos, and shop for the latest fashion trends. The surface web is the part of the internet that's indexed by search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. It's easily accessible, searchable, and represents only about 4% of the total internet. Now imagine the vast expanse of the iceberg beneath the surface. This is the deep web. It's a more extensive part of the internet that's not indexed by search engines. It includes databases, private networks, academic resources, medical records, legal documents, and so much more. It's where your online banking details reside, where your emails sit before you hit send, and where your social media profiles exist when you're not actively using them. It's a massive part of the internet, making up around 96% of the total. But within the deep web, there's an even deeper, darker corner. A small, encrypted part that we call the dark web. It's a tiny slice of the deep web, but one that's intentionally hidden and inaccessible through standard web browsers. It's like a secret room in a vast mansion locked away and cloaked in shadows. To access this room, you need a special key, in the form of encryption tools like Tor or I2P. The dark web is where people can communicate, share, trade, and exist away from the prying eyes and the standard rules of the surface web. The dark web, though small, holds a myriad of secrets, hidden away from the prying eyes of the surface. And it's this intriguing, often misunderstood part of the internet that we'll continue to explore. So buckle up, my friends, as we journey deeper into the shadows. Now, you might wonder, how does one access this hidden realm? Well, here's where an interesting piece of technology called Tor comes into play. Tor, short for the onion router, is an encryption tool used to access the so-called dark web. Imagine an onion. It's got layers upon layers, right? Well, Tor operates in a similar way. Each layer of Tor's network disguises your internet activity, making it increasingly difficult for any prying eyes to track your digital footsteps. But how does Tor achieve this? The secret lies in its unique method of bouncing data around a distributed network of relays. Each relay peels away a layer of encryption, revealing the next relay's address, but never the complete path of the data. This way, the beginning and the end of the journey remain unknown to any single relay. It's a bit like passing a secret note in class, but instead of one friend to another, it's from one computer to another around the globe at lightning speed. Now, this doesn't mean Tor is a tool for mischief. Quite the opposite, in fact. Journalists use it to communicate safely with whistleblowers. Activists use it to avoid censorship. and ordinary citizens use it for a variety of reasons, from protecting their privacy to simply exploring the internet with a new sense of freedom. However, like any tool, Tor can be misused. The same anonymity that empowers a journalist can also shield a criminal. That's why it's important to remember that while Tor opens the door to the dark web, it doesn't provide a free pass to break the law. That's Tor, the key to the dark web, but remember, with great power comes great responsibility. So if you decide to journey into this hidden realm, be sure to tread lightly and respect the rules of the road. After all, the dark web might be a realm of shadows, but it doesn't have to be a place of fear. The dark web, as its name suggests, has a dark side. Delve deeper into this enigmatic realm and you'll discover a labyrinth of illicit activities that would make even the most hardened detective's skin crawl. The dark web is a tool, like a hammer or a knife, that can be used constructively or destructively. The choice is in the hands of the user. Now, let's take a look at some of these activities. One of the most prevalent is drug trafficking. Just as in our physical world, the dark web is riddled with virtual alleyways and corners where transactions of illicit substances take place, from marijuana to methamphetamines. If it's illegal, it's likely available on the dark web. Then there's the illegal firearms trade. Want a handgun with a silencer or perhaps an assault rifle? No problem. These deadly tools can be obtained with a few clicks of a mouse, no background checks, no questions asked. It's a frightening reality that underscores the dangers lurking in the shadows of the dark web. But it's not just tangible goods that are traded. The dark web is also a hotbed for cybercrime. Personal data, credit card information, even identities. They're all up for grabs, and the worst part? The victims often don't even realize they've been targeted until it's too late. These activities, while alarming, are only the tip of the iceberg. The dark web is a vast, unregulated wilderness, teeming with danger at every turn. It's a place where laws are often rendered meaningless, where the rule of law is replaced by the law of the jungle. But let's not forget, the dark web, like any tool, is not inherently evil. It's a space that can be used for good, for the exchange of ideas, for promoting freedom and democracy. But it's also a place where the worst of humanity can and does flourish. The dark web can be a dangerous place. It's a double-edged sword, providing freedom while potentially facilitating harm. So, my friends, tread carefully if you dare to tread at all. But it's not all doom and gloom in the dark web. You see, while the dark web has its fair share of sinister activities, it also serves as a sanctuary for some of the noblest causes. It's a platform that promotes free speech, providing a voice for those who might otherwise be suppressed. It's a shelter for political dissidents, those brave souls who dare to stand against oppressive regimes, offering a cloak of anonymity under which they can safely operate. The dark web even allows for private communication. In this era, where our every move seems to be under surveillance, the ability to communicate privately is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's like a digital post office that doesn't open your letters. Whether it's journalists protecting their sources or everyday people wanting to keep their personal matters personal, the dark web provides that much-needed privacy. The dark web, despite its name, can also be a beacon of light for those in need. So, we've journeyed through the shadowy realm of the dark web. We've seen the structure of the web, how it's much like an iceberg, with most of its bulk hidden beneath the surface. That hidden part, that's the dark web, a labyrinth of encrypted sites and secret services, accessed not by your regular browser, but by special software like Tor. We've peered into the dark web's darkest corners, where illicit activities thrive. But we've also shed light on its brighter side, where it serves as a sanctuary for those seeking privacy and anonymity away from prying eyes. We've learned that the dark web is not all dark, not all light, but a complex landscape of human activity. It's a place that reflects our society with its virtues and vices, possibilities and pitfalls. In the end, the dark web is just a tool. It's how we choose to use it that defines its nature.